How are we getting on? Everyone, welcome back, episode 10. Jesus.
The weeks are just flying in, aren't they? Like, fucking. Yeah. Air Force video was on the 26th of March, and it's now the first week of June. And to think that like we done that first episode, like it's 10 weeks ago now, is just absolutely mad. Like to think how much we've come on since then is madness. But anyways, we're against the force and so.
Episode 10 is all about mental health, how we struggled with it, what our mental barriers were throughout this whole journey so far, and how we coped, and certain aspects we didn't cope. We're going to start off with
just thanking everyone basically who tuned in last week. Yeah. So obviously it is now, we had Mark Fleming on. Again, thanks Mark for coming on last week. Really much appreciated. Yeah. And we look forward to having you on again. So with that then, we're going to keep up getting guests on.
Yeah, we have a few in line who we want to bring on to the show, and you will enjoy it. So keep tuning in and keep supporting us. And if you haven't watched last week's episode, do tune in and watch it. Anyone wants the audio version of it, do let us know. We should have a Spotify up soon. We started one up, and it's not how we wanted. We have a podcast name and all sorts. So the winners, they were contacted and stuff like that. Who gave us a name? It
actually so happened to be two people that said the same name.
So people in one of my family, one in his family, that came up with the names.
So it's not fixed now.
It's not fixed. They just said we got ideas off people. We didn't like it, so fuck this. We got other people said it, and we got them.
But again, thanks everyone for giving us ideas and suggestions. It was great, but unfortunately, Iceland for Life and the Small Legs podcast just won't do it for us.
There's no need for them.
Literally no need. The Small Legs podcast, got that one, yeah.
I'm on Small Legs.
Yeah. So what if we look like Frank Ribery? Do you know what I mean?
But the main thing is we want to start off with the podcast talking about the charity. We're still trying to get 2,000 and we're 600 off at the moment, so please, anyone who can, do donate what you want to, because that's the main reason why we're doing this.
Exactly.
We're not doing this for us, we're not doing this to start that up, we're doing this for charity. So please, if you have a few euros spare, just please donate. The link is in my bio on Instagram. Do please get some.
It just so happens that we started kind of recording videos and it took off. We weren't expecting this to take off, and then we started recording the videos and we just decided to make a podcast, but we don't want to lose sight of why we started this in the first place. So it's very important that we push these donations and get up to the target that we want.
Now the holiday we have booked is 2,000.
Is it?
It is 2,000 euro the holiday we have, so we do need that money for the holiday.
You're right.
And Casty travel out on our backs lately.
They have been.
We haven't been doing our installments. Charities have slowed down, the donations have slowed down.
So have to pay back that fucking Provident loan.
You have to get a loan now. Listen, who's going to look? You need to pay for Brazil somehow. So only message, please get them in. You know the charities by now, Irish Cancer Society and
Pay at the House. Split in two, down the barrel.
Up the dippers, right? Anyway,
actually before we get into this, right, you're probably wondering, I'm not sure if you can see me legs, this with my small legs, but we're on a cycle beforehand, so if I'm wearing my man's tights, if you can see them, they're not my man's tights.
Anyone slagging the jacket, it's a cycling jacket, right? I'm one of them now. Anyway, let's get into
it. Judgmental people on here.
You really do. You won't say my face. But anyway, what's
so basically, it was just the mental barriers that we crossed. Before transitioning into the triathlon, there was a couple of mental barriers that we had to cross.
And Jordan, well, this week we had a wind down week, because this week would have been 2 weeks out from the original date. So we had a wind down week, and we took the training was easier from the coach, so we kind of acknowledged Jordan this week, where we're at, how we started, and what we struggled with through. Just because it was the wind down, and we expected a heavy attack.
Yeah,
we know we're better from what we got this week, but as you said, it's a wind down week. Just relax.
So, like we were saying, a couple of mental barriers. So, from the day we first started, there was a couple of things that we needed to take into account. So, for example, the first one was knowing that we were both going into completely different sports. We mentioned it on multiple occasions. Like you didn't do any kind of running in 2 years.
Yeah.
I know. So, they never went on a cycle. Like I didn't have a road bike before this.
Being in that position on the bike was uncomfortable. In that position on the saddle. And
exactly.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
So,
it was that, and then of course the swimming as well. The swimming was a big thing as well, because I wasn't a strong swimmer at all. That was my big fear. I'm not sure if it was that same. That was the same for yourself, wasn't it?
Everything was a fear for me.
Everything was a fear, exactly.
The one main thing was going from leaving the weights behind. And that's one topic we have down as well.
So the second, then obviously, so the first one then was obviously changing to a completely different sport. by doing that, we had to completely change. Sorry, I don't have COVID. We had to change our routine and our training around. So obviously, I'm not sure if you know me and Anthony personally, we just went to the gym.
Obviously we did hit sessions and we did like we test ourselves out on the rower and doing stuff like that, but it's nothing like this endurance shit where you're fighting yourself mentally for the whole thing. And that's another thing that we're not talking about. When we went into the, especially for myself, when I started off, 'cause I hadn't done it so long, when I went into doing 5Ks and just get back into the flow of it, when chatting with Dara, he said just get out and run and see where you're at. That was a big mental barrier for me. The joints, the pain in the muscles from just running and stuff like that. I know it was first swim, lats were killing me. Yeah. I always thought, because you build lats up when you're training in the gym, you're muscling, you think you're strong lats, but you don't, you're walking muscles that you've never walked before, and you feel helpless sometimes.
So even at that as well, I want to share a little personal secret with the audience. Like obviously, only Anthony knew himself, but my second swim I went out and I couldn't even swim 200 meters, and I got stuck at the top of the water and I panicked. And I always liked myself to Anthony. I was like, I actually don't know if I can do this. I had an idea that I was going to pull out a race.
No, I wanted to box that up, but anyway.
I wanted to pull out a race because I thought I couldn't do it. But that's me as an athlete. I had to turn around and well, I'm not actually an athlete, but I'm fucking training for something.
Yeah, you're training, you are an athlete, but this is where another question came for the Q&A, with the mindset, who was the stronger mindset?
Yeah, and that's...
If we done it by ourselves, I knew you would have pulled out a race. If you done this on your thought, you would have pulled out a race.
Absolutely.
And you need someone there. And I probably would have as well once.
Yeah.
Whereas like, fuck, I didn't want to.
Especially
I was afraid. The first 10k you planned on me doing, where you said to me, "Come on, we're going for 10k." I was shitting it in the gaff. Going to work and I sat there for an hour panicking and just nervous as fuck because I wasn't used to any of this stuff. But I mean, this is where another thing we have down is I wouldn't done this by myself. This is where I came to Glenn and asked him to do it with me, and vice versa. He needs someone with
me. Unless you're, as I said, for example, we had Mark on last week. Unless you have an ultra mad motivational mindset, I feel like you can if you want, but you'd find it a lot tougher. I felt like I couldn't do it myself, like Anto said. And that's just going into it, like it was just a big change for us altogether. We knew what we were getting into. We were used to training in the gym. We knew our physique would change.
That was a big thing, leaving the weights.
Leaving the weights was the huge thing, because obviously, like what we were going back to, me and Anto, we usually just used to go to the gym, lift weights kind of thing. As I said, we never ran, never swam or anything like that. Yeah. And then to drop a weight, like for example, I haven't lifted a weight since the middle of March. And
I'm April myself,
it's complete, like as I said, I'm enjoying this feeling. Like, but I do miss lifting. I do miss going to the gym, and I do miss the old bicep pulls. You know,
the disco muscles. As you mentioned, gyms are back open on Monday. Do get on the Instagram. S&C class is starting. We're in the gym now to set up all the gears back. Squat rack behind us. We've all the gear here. Sandbags for strongman. The boxes for box jump. We've everything here. So do go onto the Instagram and check out the men and women.
That was a bit of that was a mid advertisement, mid video. Are we getting into this after 10 episodes?
Plug.
And then another mental barrier was our race date was the 19th of June.
Yeah, that was
we were set on the 19th of June. Lovely, end of the road. That's grand. 9 solid weeks of training, and then a couple of weeks ago, then we were told that the race was cancelled.
Do you remember that week? That week was horrible. That was only 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, and it was horrible because we had in mind, right, 9 weeks, 10 weeks solid training after this, back into the gym, and then as soon as we got the email, you rang me, and he said, right, he was saying that I hung up on the call. I didn't want to listen to him. I couldn't believe it, and then so that week we found about another one we booked. But even before we booked it, we were out swimming on the Wednesday, I think it was, wasn't it? And we got for the swim, and we knew we done well in the swim, and we didn't talk on the way home. Did we not?
Just didn't, like, it was just.
Did not talk.
It was just depressing. Like, what were we listening to on the radio? We were listening to bleeding James Bay as well, which made it even worse. Come on, lady, go! Sorry, can't sing. Right, anyways, you know what I mean.
Oh, yeah, that was the I think that was the hardest part. Accepting that, right? The walk. While it's all charity, obviously, yeah, but it's the race day experience you want.
But that was the reason why we were doing it. We could have said, right, we're going to do on the 19th of June, which our original plan was, we're going to do our own one on the 19th of June. But we want to have, there's 2 reasons why we done it. One, because we wanted the actual race day experience, and 2, it's an extension time to get more donations. donations.
Hit the link, yeah. The link.
That was just more time to do that. So that's another mental barrier, which we're leading into. Our training was originally 9 weeks, and now it's 14 weeks because we're at the booking another race for the 31st of July in Mullingar.
Okay, so that's more than phase 4 and 6, mate. Phase 4 is 12 weeks down the sticks.
So it went from 9 weeks of training to now 14 weeks of training. Yeah. Don't get me wrong, we love it, but
it takes its toll on the body. People don't understand this. The respect you have to give people who do this sport is unbelievable. Even when if someone is off season and they're not trained, they're still out doing the bit, and it's tough on the body. And like even this morning was our first Saturday without a brick session, about 4 weeks, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And I woke up this morning, I didn't want to do it. It was only we had an hour and 35-minute endurance cycle. I didn't want to do it. And I didn't say to Glenn, because if I planted the seed in his head, he would have planted about a mile about, like, come on, we'll go on and do something else. But we didn't want to do it. But then it's just stuff you need to bite the bullet, get out of bed, leave the missus in bed and go.
Yeah, exactly. And then that kind of just it leads into number 4, because it leads into our next point, which is we're getting up early these mornings and we're going out for a cycle. Like, obviously on the weekends, most people are off. People work Monday to Friday and they have the weekends off. You like to have a lie-in. We get up early every morning to go up and do our stuff or whatever. Obviously you can do it in the afternoon.
But you do see people even coming home from nights out when we're out going for a run or a cycle early in the morning.
But even at that, like it goes into like we can't. It's not that we can't do things that we normally can do. It's just that we don't want to, because we're like I'm not sure about yourself, but we have a nice feeling like if you go out and you go out on the rip, it's gonna take your head off the mindset, and also like if you go out on the drink, it sets you back for 3 days. Now I done that on the 5th week of training. I went.
That was a big one for you. That hit you hard that week.
Yeah,
you felt shit for 3 or 4 days.
I felt shit for 3 or 4 days.
Even we were going running in town, we dropped into you, and you were actually devastated. You weren't taking part.
Yeah,
but it's stuff like that. You get so embedded in this stuff that you want it.
Yeah,
you love doing it. You don't want to miss a session. We haven't missed a session through all these weeks. We haven't missed a session, and then you do have that hiccup. Now I'm off the drink now since March, start of March, and tonight I'm gonna have a few. But I know we've 1 kilometre swimming tomorrow evening. I know if I drink too much, Gonski. So I'm going to pace myself with that. But this week was tough for me personally. This is probably my toughest week, was in getting the gym set back up, getting online clients who are doing homework, or get them back get them situated around their gym and back into the gym lifestyle. But just like you're in work during the day, and you know you have work to do. You can be a lazy cunt if you want. You can go to work and do your 8 hours, and you can go home and chill out. Don't be that lazy cunt. But you don't like that job you're doing. Not that I don't like the job, but I don't want to do the job for the rest of my life. So it's that where I 8 hours in here. Then I have to go home and work on what I want to do, and then I have to train as well. So it's that aspect where it took. I'd say Thursday I burned out. Thursday or Wednesday my head was fried, because I was coming home from work and I was working so hard on the laptop or trying to get gear back. Anyone who runs a gym will understand how hard it is, and it's very hard. It's very tough mentally when you're hounding people, get the gear back. You're hounding clients to say, listen, get back onto me here, I need you to do this.
And that's why I kind of always respect about you was your work ethic. Like, I'm not, like, obviously not, like, people here, like, I'm not sure would know, but Anto, like, you obviously work full time, you look after the gym in here, you have a girlfriend, you're training for this. That's a lot to take on.
It's 2 full-time jobs,
It's 2 full-time jobs, you're training for a triathlon. It's big respect.
This week was very tough mentally, and now we're getting the gear in and we're ready to go for Monday. So I think tonight was point.
Absolutely. So like we said, we don't want to go out. We're talking about the mental barriers. Some of the stuff we have said is very negative, but we do want to obviously go into the positives that we have got from this experience. So the first would be that we're the fittest that we've ever been.
Yeah, I got a notification on the phone. The heart rate dropped to 45 last night. Oh, not last night. Thursday night.
We're having a banger.
I thought it was 45.
You're right there.
That can't be right. There's something up, and then it said, then you get with the whoop. Everyone has a whoop. You'll see you get a monthly assessment. Then it dropped down.
Tell the lads what the whoop is.
The whoop.
Just tell them what the whoop is now. I wouldn't know.
Whoop. Oh, it's deadly. Tracks your sleep. Yeah, everything. I like it personally for sleep. My sleep can be cat sometimes, especially during the lockdown. It was cat.
Go up to the camera and show them the strap. Go up to the camera. Go on. So wave it right in the camera. Go on.
That's the whoop. But, it's deadly for that stuff like that, and manage your heart rate, your HRV, your heart rate variability, and your rest and heart rate and your sleep. The sleep is a big one I like.
Sleep is big when it comes, especially to this training as well.
Especially to this shit, yeah. But anyway, we're the fittest we've ever been.
Yeah.
Definitely. And then it's going to be interesting to see how we go back to the weights now. I know we're going to be doing weight sessions next week at the gyms.
Absolutely the fittest we've ever been. Like I said, we started swimming a couple of weeks ago. I couldn't even swim 200 metres, and now
We're the happiest as well.
We'll get into that as well. That's another point. But we could have went like I couldn't do 200 metre swim a couple of weeks ago. I was thinking of pulling out a race, and now I can do a 1 kilometre. Now I can do a 1 kilometre swim, no problem. I hope tomorrow. Like I'm only hitting this on it now. I'd like to do the full length tomorrow. Like the full 1.5 what we're gonna do on the race. That would be a bonus. Running, like cycling wise, so at the start of the train we're cycling, like I was cycling with a fucking mountain bike. So obviously my cycles are a bit slow since I got the race bike. Much
Different level, it's not shoes and all on it.
And running wise, I've gotten like obviously I'm fitter, faster. My 5Ks have improved by since my last 5K. My 5Ks have improved by 4 minutes.
Yeah, my first 5K was 29 minutes.
Yeah, and now what is it now?
24, 25.
And like,
Still not the fastest I've ever done. I've done a quicker one. It was mine then though.
But even at that, like we're saying, it's not about speed or oh he's slow, she's slow. Like I said in the podcast last week, like oh Bird new and all this.
Fuck strap.
Before ourselves, it's good that you push yourself. But in my mind, I don't compare myself to others. Everyone has different capabilities and stuff like that. So I would never judge people on their running. I respect anyone who even goes out for a run. To be honest. And big respect, and to anyone who does is an absolute rat. So
yeah, but that's another thing. You're in the gym and you're lifting heavy, and then the one fucker notices you lift heavy the week after, and he acknowledges that, saying, "Oh, well done." With the running, you don't have people like that.
Yeah, it's different. Yeah.
It's completely different gravy altogether. That's when we've met a load of new people along the way.
That was the next point. Yeah, we met loads of new people on the way. Like interesting. For example, Mark last week met him very.
But they're the people that it's like in the gym, oh you're bench 100 this week, next week 120, and he's on your cake, he's there saying well done. But people like Mark and the Up and Out group, when we went out to them, they'd text us saying we love your shit, we love well done in the run and stuff like that. That's nice, and even when we're out running or anything, people beeping us and cheering us on is always great.
Like let's not even think the people that we met along the way. Like we met Mark. I knew Dara. I knew Dara before. I knew Dara from doing the Shannon class, but obviously we have him as a coach now.
Yeah.
And his mindset when it comes to all this like is unbelievable. Like I'll tell you this story. Like we went for a recovery swim the other day, and
no, we went for a speed session. He ran the speed session in the Alta. We did that, and then we planned on going just for a little recovery day. We weren't swimming, just got in. We got in, he got in, and then he came with me in the car out to the dip.
Then drop him.
Oh, then I go to him again after getting changed. Oh yeah, you come, you go to the car. No, he told me he's going for a run. This 9:30, wasn't it?
Absolute killer mindset.
Yeah, he went to 9:30 for a run home, and from Pomark. So that's
mindset. And then even the lads in the Up and Out who are staying on the tours tonight, great bunch of people. Like I said, we'll tag them in the group if you ever want to go to the speed sessions. I'd highly recommend. Now I wasn't one for really like going out on a speed session or going out on big group runs, but it's really
close thing you came to doing the speed session was speed.
Yeah. So it's everyone there, great bunch of people, nice group, and then even like as I said, we met a lot of people along the way. We met people, but even the people who've been texting us since we started this is another thing. Didn't realise we were going to get this much support along the way.
No, we did not.
It's probably people are not like, oh, you wouldn't think you're doing the triathlon, because I post, like, in all fairness, like I know we're probably annoying people posting, but like the whole purpose of posting it, and it's not to say, oh, we're doing a triathlon. It's ultimately for donations, and this is the big emphasis. We just want to get the donations up because
hit that target. I'd rather hit the target and then pull the hammy in the race.
Yeah,
than finish that race. I'd rather hit the target and finish the race.
That's the bigger picture. It's not about we're doing a triathlon. Yeah. It's about we just want to raise money for charity.
That's the main thing,
and that's all it is. And I think if anyone else was doing a fundraiser, it would be the same thing. So like, because I'll tell you this. Actually, I didn't say this to you now, but I got a remark off somebody who said, "Oh, you wouldn't think you're doing a triathlon." Now stuff like that wouldn't bug me, But in case anyone
Who's
else,
this?
what?
Who's this?
I won't say it. I won't name them on the video. I'll tell you after.
Is it
right?
local? Is it driving this?
Well, no. It doesn't matter, right? It doesn't matter.
Sure. It's still early.
It is still early. It's only one.
Continue this vlog outside his gaff. There's local or board.
Well, it doesn't matter, right? It doesn't matter, right? But
Fuck you if you're watching me. Right, what?
oh, you want to get it? It's probably a joke, but if it is bothering people, that's the purpose that we're doing it. We're not doing it like for, oh, we have a big ego, we want to post stuff all the time. It's ultimately for charity. I know I'm harping on about
Are
it.
they doing a triathlon, are they?
What?
Is that person doing a triathlon?
They're not doing a triathlon. It's not about the triathlon.
Well, what does that person do? Does that person lift weights?
I'll tell you after the video, right? We have an audience. We have an audience, right?
Just so I know you can get aggressive.
So that's it. We met, like, we kind of got into like,
Yeah.
so, like I said,
It is tough, isn't it? It's all about mental health, this episode. And the mental health, it is hit us hard at some parts with it, and if we didn't have each other, we would have struggled massively.
Absolutely.
And if it was anything, it made us realise we can do anything now.
Yeah, absolutely.
Sign up for anything after this.
And
We've loads of things in mind that we want to do.
Absolutely, and that actually leads into my last point. My last positive from it is that we're going to use this training in the future. Like, so we both have wetsuits now. In the winter time, we can go for a swim. On a Sunday morning, we're going to go for a long cycle, and I think we'll carry this training over.
Yeah.
Just because we're doing a triathlon, boom, just because it's finished.
We're not going to fuck the bikes out. We're going to go out, and we're going to still keep this up.
Yeah,
definitely, 100%.
So we're not like, it probably won't be as much, but we will be doing it. I say I'll end up doing another triathlon in the future. I know you talked about doing it. But
love to do one abroad, yeah.
We'd love to do it. Like, that's another goal. We'd like to do one abroad, but we'll get through this one first.
We'll worry about the next few weeks, yeah.
We'll worry about the next few weeks, yeah. But it's the last point, the last positive. We're going to use that training in the future because it's important as well as much as we like lifting weights. It's very important that you have to work on your cardiovascular health as well.
That was a mouthful, huh? But yeah, I brought this training into the classes. So the classes will be changed up, and we'll be bringing stuff like this into it, and it's helped massively. I learned so much. Everyone thinks running is just grad when you do it. It's all setting your pace, different stuff like that. Whether the body's capable of doing it, which way you should slow it down, all different stuff like that. But that's really it, isn't it? Yeah, everyone struggles with mental health. We've struggled with mental health during this. If you are struggling with mental health, don't be afraid to text us. Definitely do get onto my page or get onto Glenn's and text us. Do talk because. If you have you have to talk to people, and talking to him, talking to people at home when you do struggle with it has helped massively. So please, do not take mental health lightly. Do not think that you're on your own. Do reach out and get on to people. Do not be afraid to get on to us. Even if you only see these because your mate shared it and you don't follow us, don't be afraid to text us. I may ring you, ask you, do you want to go do surfing or something? But that's just me. I'm only messing. No, just do get on to us. It's what we embrace it. Like, we love when people text us. People who stop us when we're out walking. People, anything like that, do get on to us because we're not really shy people. Like
if you haven't noticed, we post videos every Saturday for the last 10 weeks. We're not shy.
We're not shy. But big thank you again to everyone. Thank you for this because I don't think we would have been doing this if it wasn't for other people as well. I don't think we would have kept doing it if it wasn't for other people. It's all really good having each other, but if we didn't have other people around us, we wouldn't have done it.
Probably would have dragged it in after episode 3, yeah, fuck these cuts. These cuts.
Yeah, so that's episode 10. Everyone, so big thank you to everyone for tuning in, and do please keep sharing the videos, liking the videos. They will be on YouTube now, because they are getting a little bit longer, so everyone will be on YouTube. The link from YouTube's in the bio. Do subscribe if you can, and keep showing support and keep donating, please. Let's get that thing up and let's boss it. Do you want to add?
Nothing else on me. I think we're about 20 minutes in this video now, so I think it's had enough of us burning the ears off us. And if you've made it this far, first fucking play this.
Well done. And that's mental health with Glenn and Annie.
Wizzy and Annie.
G&D.